Meta just failed its biggest AI test, and you're paying the price. Imagine scrolling through Instagram. You see a stunning photo of a world leader, a celebrity, a natural disaster, maybe even a family member. You assume it's real. Meta's AI detection system doesn't flag it, so you share it. That's exactly the trap. For years, big tech has promised that AI-generated content would be labeled so users could tell what's real and what's fake. But recent testing has revealed something alarming. Trillion-dollar detection systems are failing. Hundreds of deepfakes are slipping straight through Meta's defenses. No warning, no label, no indication that what you are looking at was manufactured by a machine. And here's the brutal truth. The AI didn't even need to become smarter to beat them. The people using it simply learned how easy it is to hide. A screenshot, a quick crop, a little bit of file compression, maybe a 2-second filter edit. Sometimes that is literally all it takes to strip away the invisible digital clues Meta relies on to identify AI-generated images. This isn't just a Meta problem, it's a systemic warning for the entire internet. Every major platform, including Instagram, Facebook, X, TikTok, and Google, is losing the exact same race. How do you identify AI-generated content when AI keeps getting better at pretending to be real, and humans keep getting better at masking it? Today we are breaking down the brutal reality behind why Meta's system failed, how these detection systems actually work under the hood, and why they are so embarrassingly easy to fool. We will look at how similar challenges affect models like Grok, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, and most importantly, the exact digital literacy skills you need to protect yourself before the next viral fake image fools millions of people. Let's dive in. The illusion of safety. What Meta promised versus reality. To understand why this failure is so dangerous, we have to look at the massive promise that was made to us. Over the last few years, as generative AI exploded in popularity, the public raised a very valid alarm. If anyone can spin up a photorealistic image of a political riot or a financial crisis in 5 seconds, reality itself becomes destabilized. Meta's response was confident. They assured users, regulators, and governments that they were on top of it. They rolled out invisible watermarking tech and metadata tracking, promising that if an image was built using artificial intelligence, their algorithms would catch it and slap a clear, "Made with AI" label on it. It sounded like the perfect safety net. It gave users a false sense of security, making people believe that if an image didn't have a label, it must be a real photograph captured by a real human being with a real camera. But a safety net with giant holes in it isn't a safety net at all. It's an illusion. Recent real-world stress tests proved that the system is incredibly fragile. When researchers and everyday creators pushed AI images through basic everyday modifications, Meta's multi-billion-dollar detection infrastructure completely choked. Fake images of geopolitical events and fabricated celebrity scandals bypassed the detectors entirely, spreading naturally across feeds with zero warnings attached. This means the primary line of defense we were told to trust is fundamentally broken, and to understand why it broke, we have to pull back the curtain on how these detectors actually try to spot an AI image in the first place. Inside the tech, how AI detection actually works. When an AI model like Midjourney, DALL-E, or Meta AI creates an image, it doesn't just output pixels. It leaves behind a digital footprint. Detection systems generally rely on 2 primary methods to spot these footprints: metadata embedding and invisible watermarking. The first layer is basic metadata. Think of this as the digital birth certificate of a file. When an AI tool generates an image, it often writes specific code into the file's hidden data fields, marking it as AI generated. This is part of an industry standard known as C2PA, which aims to track content provenance. The second, more advanced layer is invisible watermarking. Companies embed mathematical patterns directly into the pixels of the image. To the human eye, it looks like a normal photo of a sunset or a crowd. But to a computer algorithm, those pixels contain a specific repeating digital signature that screams, "This was made by a machine." On paper, this sounds foolproof. If the signature is there, the platform flags it. But this system relies on a massive, flawed assumption. It assumes the digital birth certificate and the pixel signature will remain intact by the time the image reaches your social media feed. In reality, the internet is a chaotic, messy blender that destroys data constantly, and that is where the entire defensive strategy crumbles. The exploit. Why the system is embarrassingly easy to fool here is the most frustrating part of this entire technological failure. You don't need to be a master hacker or a computer scientist to bypass Meta's AI detection. You just need a smartphone and a basic understanding of how files work. The biggest vulnerability of invisible watermarks and metadata is that they are incredibly fragile. They are tied directly to the specific data structure of the original file. When you take that file and alter its state, that fragile data is often the very first thing to get erased. Think about how people actually share content online. They don't download a pristine, high-resolution file and upload it directly. They take a screenshot of it, they use a cropping tool to cut out the edges, they run it through a quick editing app to change the contrast, or they simply send it through a messaging app that aggressively compresses the file size to save bandwidth. Every single one of those actions acts like a digital sandblaster. A simple screenshot completely replaces the original AI file with a brand new, human-generated image file of your screen, erasing the embedded metadata instantly. A slight crop or compression algorithm shifts the pixel structure just enough to scramble the invisible mathematical watermark beyond recognition. Once that happens, the AI image becomes completely invisible to Meta's detectors. The system looks at the scrubbed file, sees no digital signature, and assumes it's completely authentic. By trying to solve a deeply complex problem with a superficial digital tag, tech companies built a lock that can be picked with a pair of digital scissors. The industry-wide crisis, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Grok. It is vital to realize that this isn't a hit piece on Meta. Singling out Instagram or Facebook misses the much larger, more terrifying point. This is an industry-wide crisis. No one has solved this, and the current trajectory of the internet suggests that maybe no one can. Every major tech ecosystem is facing the exact same roadblock. Open-source models, like those powering various iterations of Stable Diffusion, allow users to generate images locally on their own computers. These tools can easily be modified to never write AI metadata or watermarks in the first place. If the creator never embeds the tag, there is nothing for a platform like X or TikTok to detect. Meanwhile, text and data models like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Grok are accelerating the confusion. While we have focused heavily on images, the exact same detection failure applies to written content, deepfaked audio, and video. AI text detectors are notoriously unreliable, frequently flagging human writing as AI and missing actual AI text entirely. As these models become deeply integrated into our search engines and operating systems, the line between human-generated data and synthetic data is being permanently erased. When search engines prioritize AI-generated summaries over human articles, and social media feeds are flooded with scrubbed AI images, the very fabric of shared digital information begins to decay. We are rapidly entering an era where seeing is no longer believing, and the platforms hosting the content have officially admitted they cannot reliably tell the difference. The real danger: weaponized misinformation and the liar's dividend. When AI detection fails, the consequences stretch far beyond harmless memes or cool digital art. The real danger lies in the weaponization of unlabeled synthetic media and a psychological phenomenon known as the liar's dividend. First, look at weaponized misinformation. In an election year or during a geopolitical crisis, timing is everything. If a bad actor generates a highly realistic, damaging image of a public figure or a fake event and passes it through a quick compression scrub, it hits social media completely unlabeled. By the time human fact-checkers step in to manually verify that the image is a fake, it has already been viewed, shared, and internalized by millions of people. The damage is done in the first 30 minutes. The correction 24 hours later matters very little. But the second danger, the liar's dividend, is arguably even worse. When the public realizes that AI images are everywhere and that platforms cannot detect them, people stop trusting anything. This creates a perfect escape hatch for corrupt individuals. If a real, authentic, damning photograph of a politician or a corporate executive leaks to the public, they no longer have to defend their actions. They can simply point to the photo and say, "That's a deepfake. Look how advanced AI is these days. You can't trust anything on the internet." When everything can be faked, anything real can be dismissed as a fake. This destroys accountability entirely, leaving the average user stuck in a state of permanent skepticism where truth becomes completely subjective. The solution? How to build your own mental AI detector. Since we have established that we cannot rely on tech conglomerates to protect our feeds, the responsibility falls squarely on us. If the platforms won't give you an accurate label, you have to build your own mental detection system. You have to train your brain to spot what the algorithms miss. To do this, you need to develop a strict multi-step verification habit whenever you encounter high-stakes information online. Step 1. Look for content consistency. AI struggles mightily with logic and physics. If you see a crowd shot, Don't look at the main subject in the center. Look at the people in the background. Are their faces blurred into terrifying, distorted shapes? Do their hands have 6 fingers? Are earrings mismatched, or are eyeglass frames melting into their cheeks? Look at text within the image, billboards, street signs, or logos. AI often renders text as gibberish or strange, distorted symbols. Step 2. Analyze lighting and textures. Generative models love to make things look unnaturally perfect. Watch out for what creators call the AI sheen, a plastic, hyper-smooth texture on skin that looks more like a 3D video game render than a human being. Check the lighting sources. If a person is standing outside, does the shadow they cast match the direction of the sunlight? AI frequently scrambles complex lighting physics, creating shadows that don't make logical sense. Step 3. Practice lateral reading. Never rely on a single source or a single post. If you see a shocking, groundbreaking photo on your timeline, open a new tab and look at credible news outlets. If a major world leader was just arrested, or a massive disaster just occurred, every major journalistic institution on Earth would be breaking the story simultaneously. If the image only exists on social media feeds with no accompanying journalistic reporting, treat it as a fake by default. The future of truth in an AI era. The failure of Meta's AI detection system is a massive wake-up call. It proves that technology cannot easily solve the very problems that technology creates. The arms race between AI generation and AI detection is structurally rigged in favor of the creators, and the defenders are playing a perpetual game of catch-up. We cannot afford to be passive consumers anymore. We cannot blindly scroll through our feeds, assuming that a multi-billion-dollar algorithm is filtering out the lies for us. The safety net is gone, and the illusion of a curated, verified internet has completely dissolved. Moving forward, the ultimate defense against misinformation isn't a better piece of watermarking code. It is your own critical thinking. It is your willingness to pause, question, and verify before you hit the share button. Stay sharp, question everything you see, and don't let the algorithms play you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.